Good day. Hello. Good day. Good day. Good day. Oh. Do you know about toe sucking?
What?
Can do toe?
No.
Cannot? Come on, babe. It's wicked.
Barry Upton here at Silverlake. I just love Silverlake, and I love this guy because he is my favourite vlogger on television, and I watch him nearly every night. It's Sean King. Yo, good day. And that's how he starts all the. Where did that come from? The good days.
I don't know. I really don't know. We're me and my friends back in Norwich. We all speak in funny accents and say funny things, and that's where it kind of come. If me and my mates are seeing each other, good day, and then that's now progressed.
Because a lot of people think that you're Australian.
Oh, no. But yeah, no, I'm not Australian, no. But that's where it comes from, and now it is good day. And then I've added the buddy rather than mate.
Right.
Yeah, because buddy is more.
It's more English.
It's more English rather than mate being, like, good day, mate. It'd be really Aussie.
Yeah.
So
Now, for the last couple of years, you've been vlogging, and this is your job.
yes, full time life at the. Yes, at the hope at some point I will get quite successful.
You are successful already.
Yes, I am successful.
I mean, you're making money from it, right? You've got thousands and thousands of subscribers.
Yeah, I'm making enough. See, the thing of it is, I do spend quite a bit.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
And that is, I'm over budget this month because I've been living life pretty well. I've enjoyed life in Pattaya.
Yeah.
I've been staying. I've upgraded. Where I travelled a year and a half before I went back to the UK.
Yeah.
I really did keep on a tight budget. I try to keep that from £1,500 to £1,800, which is difficult. If you're drinking every day and you've got a smoking habit and you're going out and you like good food. So even keeping that by, but now I've upgraded a little bit more. I now spend up to 1,000 baht for a hotel. I want a bit more comfort, and I'm not so much in. I'm not be putting vlogs up every single day, but all I do when I just go out and make vlogs. So.
I came across you about a year ago, and there was something where you were trying to get these girls in Phuket to suck your toes.
I'm so
right? And
I'm still trying, by the way.
By the end of that vlog, I was sold. I thought, this guy's got character.
Yes, okay, yes. And that's it's a tough one to do, to go out asking girls if they did, keeping a straight face and not breaking. That was like, I actually, when I made that vlog, I got back home and I think I rolled a joint and I sat watching it and I was like, I was like, what you like, mate? What you doing? I was like, what you doing? I was just sitting, I was like, look at this guy. And I was in hysterics. I thought that was so
But the
funny.
thing is, where some people are, on YouTube, are trying too hard sometimes.
Yes.
You're just yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I just
You're completely yourself.
For all good and bad, yes, I am.
No, I think it's all good because you see, you are what you are, and that's what you say a lot of time. It is what it is,
It is.
and that's life.
Yes. Yeah, we're not all brilliant, are we? We're not all perfect. We all make mistakes. We all, like I say, we all like being human. We're real humans, So yeah, I think I've got a channel that people can relate to. From it's trust as well.
And I think one of the things that comes over so well, and it's called vlogging a dead horse, by the way, anybody who hasn't seen it before, vlogging a dead horse. Plus you've got a few other channels. But what comes over really well is that you are enjoying yourself.
I am. I really am. I'm enjoying myself. I don't have any pressure or anything like that. I don't like pressure to get vlogs out. It's like, that's the easiest thing I've done in my life is what I'm doing now. I've never done anything this easy ever, and because I haven't got to do any editing style like a vlog, I don't actually get stuck in the house forever and ever.
Yeah, because your production values are pretty almost zero.
Yeah, it's as long as it takes me to actually make that vlog, 20 minutes to an hour in my day, and then it's 5 minutes actually on the computer, just dragging and dropping files into a program which I then leave to run its course when I go out and go and explore elsewhere.
And of course you finish it off with a happy ending.
Always a happy ending.
A Leo.
A Leo. Yeah, not always a Leo though. I've been looking back because where I've made like 4 vlogs in a day, by midday, I don't want 4 Leos by midday. No, so I have actually.
I think this is only the second time I've ever seen you have a coffee.
I don't normally drink coffee this late in the day. I would normally, right now, to be honest, would be having a Leo, 100%. But today, I'm actually going to go for a dry day. My first dry day in almost 2 years. I haven't had a dry day.
Well, we're here at Silverlake, and I kind of dragged you out here because I thought, well, I've not seen anybody do a vlog about Silverlake, and it's a wonderful area, isn't it?
Yeah, I just like the openness, it's just, and the beautiful
And the
rock,
quirkiness.
the quirkiness, and it's just eye candy. And
Plus, it's a bit of an abandonment.
it is. There's abandonments. There's places being built. There's a citadel down there, which I'll have a look at when we leave. It looked like an old La Chapelle. It had that look, and there's also something that looked like the Colosseum as I moved in.
That's right.
Like a 1-tiered Colosseum.
Yeah.
Like, we should do a gig in there. I bet you get good acoustics.
No, I will, whether they like it or not. Now, the thing is, for the last, how long have you been doing this vlogging and travelling around Asia?
Well, coming up to 2 years. It started. I'm 24.
Yeah.
So
No, 23.
well, we are 23.
You're
Yeah, so it's
23 now.
October 21. When the Thailand, I don't know what day it is, guys. I had to ask a lady if it was Wednesday today.
It helps to know
I
what
kinda
year it is.
I've got a young lady, Nikki Dunn, who actually tells me every day. She lets me know what day it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's still. I tell you what, the other day I didn't get a comment from her from late in the day, and it was like, oh wow, I was a day ahead or a day behind. So it's like I've got a young lady who actually tells me what day it is every day. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a clue.
So how long have you been doing it? A couple of years?
Coming up to 2 years.
Right. And where did you start? Did you start in Thailand?
Yeah, just leaving London or leaving. Yeah, I left Norwich. I got to London. I put the camera on, getting off the train, struggling to get all my bags out the doors.
You used to carry a lot of stuff.
I came, but
I remember the flippers.
the flippers on the bow. I mean, I used them what 3 times.
And you see, that made me laugh.
Yeah, I know.
When I saw all the stuff you were carrying, I thought, what's he doing?
I just thought, like, I brought camping gear. I brought a tent. I camped one night, New Year's Eve on Koh Chang, where I did a recce in the daytime. Right, it was abandoned on in between like Lonely Beach, so nothing there. Right, I thought this is brilliant. Right.
Yeah.
So when I went back there in the night time, I didn't know, but it was New Year's Eve. So where I parked up my tent on this barren bit, that was on a walkway because to the left of me, they were having a rave party. And then to the right, they were having a Rasta party. So where I sat with my tent, trying to be like totally all on my own and everything, I had everybody from this group and that just walking along all night. Yeah, that was the most busiest foot traffic, perhaps on the whole of Koh Chang, where I put my tent to totally escape everywhere. Yeah, so that's been the only time. And
So you kind of started there, and then did you go all the way around Thailand? Or?
Most of it, apart from going Buriram and Isan into the like the non-touristy barren lands of farmlands, into the village life. I haven't been there yet. I don't know if I will, to be honest. I haven't got a great appeal for those areas. I'm always looking for something much more interesting.
Right.
And I really want to go to the south, from Phuket, from Ao Nang, going south towards the Malaysian border.
Right.
That's a part of Thailand that I haven't discovered.
You can do Koh Lipi then.
And Koh Lipi and all these places. There's also Koh Lan. So there's lots of Thailand that I haven't done.
Isn't it a fantastic country?
Yes, it is. It is. It has its niggles and it has its pains. But when you weigh them all up, it's the amount of freedom you get in Thailand more than anywhere.
I can see it makes me laugh when I see quirky things that are happening in Thailand. I can see it really makes you laugh, and you think, oh, I can vlog this because this is unusual.
Yes, you get used to it. You do. You see 3 things a lot more. Where I went, I said the Sanctuary of Truth Temple.
Right. Yeah.
Now, not many people will go there and not pick up on anything. They just go there. Oh, what a lovely day! What a lovely place.
Yeah.
It was built in the 80s. And the only reason it was built, it's nothing to do with Thailand at all. It's just a pure tourist attraction, built for tourist money.
Yeah.
Right. That was it. I didn't know that. I actually thought it was a temple of some kind of significance.
Yeah.
But there's no significance in there whatsoever, right? Now, where I made the vlog, I thought it was brilliant because the young lady starts telling me stuff. I haven't asked her any questions, and so, oh, this is good, because they'll stick to a story that they'll all tell. And what they do, if you go in there, they tell you have to go in with a tour group. Okay.
Yeah.
So as soon as I waited with the tour group, as soon as we went down the stairs, tour group, I just went off. Right? I was like, right, I'm in. So I went totally off piste, and I went into the inside bit. Right, and here's what made me laugh, because everybody's saying every little bit in there has been hand carved by a human being. Right, I saw Mr. Angle Grinder in there. Right, I heard him from like, where is he? I'm like,
What's he doing here?
This was all hand carved. What's he doing? He's fell off. Like, the only reason he's here is because I'm here. He wouldn't have been in it. Anyway, I saw Mr. Sanderman, I saw Mr. Belt Sander, and I saw Mr. Sanderman, Belt Sander, and Chainsaw. But the funniest thing was, which I really, it's just I've got just this natural gift of exposing something just like that.
Yeah.
Because when I went into the central hall, you could see, because I wasn't on the group,
Yeah.
all the little people there, the Thai people, I call them the little Thai people, they're all young people. They're not being trained or anything. It's just a crap job they got, unfortunately. And they're all looking around, waiting for the tour group to start tapping on their chisels, right? And they're all being given great big. There's no intricate work. There's no way they're carvers. They're just like it's a show for when you come in.
Yeah.
And I just saw it, and I thought, like, well, as soon as I put the camera on, I was like, look at these people. They're actually quite dormant until you put, and then they spring at the light and start tip tapping. And I was just like, I can't believe that this has just exposed itself in front of.
Well, I think that's one of the things that comes over on your vlogs is your honesty.
Yeah.
Because you don't sugarcoat anything.
I don't. And now I was like, because I watched, I did actually watch a couple little bits of vlogs on the temple of what other people had done, and I saw this big old Aussie guy with a beard, and he's going all about the intricate carving. And I'm like, I'm just watching what he's doing, just totally bought into it.
Yeah.
Where I went in, I just like
That's not right.
That's not right. It's just totally funny. I was like, people come in and just get sucked into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just see through that for what that is.
So what other countries have you been to in Southeast Asia?
Malaysia.
Yeah.
Indonesia twice.
Right.
Cambodia. Oh, and
That made me laugh. When you was at Siam Reap.
Oh yeah.
And you were going around the what was it? The
Angkor Wat, and I can't tell you any of the history.
And he couldn't. He says, I can't tell you.
You're not allowed to.
I'm not allowed to.
You're only allowed to talk about the history in the history book that all the Thai guides have.
Yeah.
They all go to a college to learn to be a Thai guide in Siem Reap. They have to study a course, so they're all given the same book.
Right.
And they all have to learn what is in that book.
Yeah.
And all what is in the book is all that they know. They haven't learned anything from history. They're just like modern day education in the UK. People just memorise what is in that book.
Yeah.
They don't actually learn anything. They haven't had the luxury of growing up in the real world that we have. So it's just memorised and they learn. So if you do know bits about history and the truth and things there, and you start talking about it, you instantly realise you're in communist China. Angkor Wat is all owned by one Chinese businessman, and that is the sad thing about it, unfortunately. Because
But what made me laugh was the fact that you see all these vlogs about Siem Reap,
yes,
and you think, oh, what a wonderful place to go to, right?
Yes.
But it was nice to look at.
Yes.
But you were really exposing what the truth is.
Yes. There's a real trial. I've got to make the vlog because I took loads of video because I was allowed to film. Every day I went in there from day one, because there was a tour guide, talking about Angkor Wat and the stone, telling I had to pull him up. This is what got me in trouble, because I pulled him up in front of loads of tourists.
Yeah.
Right, because he wasn't telling people about the acid action that took place in the 90s.
Right.
For 6 years. This is what nobody talks about the.
So you were allowed to say it there. Now you're not there.
Well, the guy didn't know anything about it in the 90s. What they did when the Indian government were brought in to clean up Angkor Wat, there were 6 archaeologists from India, because most of it's Hindu. And Cambodia hasn't got the money.
Yeah.
It's had India has come in to kind of subcontract in the upkeep of the temple.
Right.
Are you with me? Keep
Yep,
it because
yep.
most of it is Hindu,
Yep.
and lots of Indian tourists go there. So what they did in the 90s, the whole place got rediscovered by the French. The French discovered it during the Vietnam War, I think. And then what the Thais did in the 90s to turn it into the big tourist attraction, they had to get rid of all the trees and all the ivy that had literally covered it since it was left at the end of the Vietnam War. It was just left to overgrow.
Yeah.
So no one took any notice of it, just overgrown. So when Cambodia wanted to use it as a tourist attraction, they brought in the Indian government to do it. And to save time, what they done, they flew helicopters around the whole of the Angkor Wat complex, all of the temples, and dropped acid, right, to get rid of all the greenery, right? But what they didn't realise is you cannot put acid into a porous stone. Where all Angkor Wat is clad in sandstone, it's porous. And that is why Angkor Wat today look like it's made out of cement, because they poured acid over the whole lot. So some of the Angkor Wat is made of grey sandstone, Bayon is, other ones aren't. They're made of orange, green and red, yet they've all gone grey. And when I was there in 2011, I was pulling people up, how come this looks like it's made out of cement? And that's how I stumbled across the story of the 6 years of where the Indian government had sent their archaeologists and used the Cambodians, and that wasn't it. They acid etched the whole lot. The reason why all the Buddha faces have all decreased is because they washed them with acid, and they also used other corrosive items to get that out. Now, nobody has made a vlog about that or put that on YouTube. Whether I will or not, I don't know. I may actually go back because you need to be present.
Well, the
somewhere.
thing is, there's a fine line between being educational and controversial.
No, getting kidnapped and never seen again. yeah, that's because of seeing.
It's a fine line you're treading all the time, really, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, Siem Reap in particular, because of what there is. When I asked the guy, why aren't you telling people about the acid etching, right? Well, he went off his head, and I said, well, mate, why aren't you telling about it? It's why all the stone is grey and it looked like it's running.
Yeah.
You look at it, it all looked like it's paint running, and it's all grey and that. They try to tell you it's to do with the bats. There's no bats in that area. They don't live in that area.
From what I can see is what's going through your mind all the time is, should I be filming this or should I be filming this person? Most people don't mind, do they? But you do get the odd people who don't.
Mate, go to England and start filming. You will find the woke society that don't want to be filmed, even though they're being filmed 24/7 and they've got listening devices on their mobile phone. I was in the Apple store and this one guy wanted to be filmed. No, I wouldn't want your film, not at all, Even though I'm being filmed in there. Yeah, he's probably got an Apple device, which has got a listening device built into it. And I was like, those people.
What was that other store that you went? You had a real to do with the guy, the catalogue place.
Oh, that's in Argos.
Argos.
I went in to buy a new GoPro.
Was so funny.
How about that? You go into a shop with your GoPro and make a film about buying a GoPro from a shop because they should be really good.
And you're going to spend money.
And I can go buy one from the shop, and then the manager comes out. He's been sacked, by the way.
Oh, is he
yeah,
really?
yeah, mate. He ain't a manager no more. Yeah. The amount of, and that is the beauty of it, because that guy, whether or not he was niggled or what, it's a bit like Machine and Patty.
But he wasn't polite.
No,
That was the problem. If he'd have been polite, I think you would have backed down, wouldn't you?
He did. I know, he just came out with that approach, and to me, I was actually quite shocked that he was being aggressive. And I'm like, well, you've been so aggressive.
I'm a customer.
And I'm like, I was absolutely shocked by that, and it just put me out of stride. It was Mr. Angry and all sorts, and I just like, what's going on there, mate? It was almost like saw a pothole all over again. Good day and welcome. And we're in the open, so there's no, I say ants don't come here, do they? There's no bees. It's at a funny angle, Barry. You got to keep it, when you're moving it about, you've got to keep it all on the turn.
Yeah, I realise.
So you can keep
I'm
the
at
frame
vlogging school here.
setting. It is. That's why, the twisty bendy is constantly keeping everything central on myself. Focus on me, nice and straight, keeping the horizon. You need a spiral. You need a spirit level on the top.
I've got a
there.
wonky hand.
Yeah,
It's much longer than yours. Look at that.
I know. I can't take these off now. It's not so bright. That was really bright when I arrived.
That's bloody hot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a hot. Oh man, you've got big fat guys coming up thinking, oh, we should have got the one down the bottom. I'll have to have a lift. But it's great. You can see the Great Lake. Oh, if you let one slip, I'm getting ahead of you, man. That's all right. There's like a huge ditch. We're going into the Snake Pit ditch.
Okay, and the thing is, what I'm always entertained by is you as a character, right? You know, it doesn't matter where you are, you can turn anything into something interesting.
Yes.
But you didn't have a great education, did you?
Well,
and you did.
Luckily,
you're self-confessed dyslexic.
Oh, I'm really dyslexic. I was remedial when hang on. When I was a kid, I was thick. When I went to school, I was remedial. I was in the classes for remedial people, and I've said some of them people were remedial, but believe me, we had some funny kids at our
So,
school.
what was the turning point where you kind of turned your life around and became this interested person in the world?
Well, I just when you say the education system, it's not an education that you want. It's an education the government wants to give you so you can integrate into society.
Right.
Well, it weren't until I got a lot older that even from a child, I never had that. Right? I wouldn't the brain wouldn't accept it, you know. I used to sit when the news used to come on. I remember I was like a 5-6-year-old kid and the news would be on the telly. And I'd be like looking at my mum asking, like, do they make this up? I remember I'd be like, well, as a kid,
This can't be right.
Well, this can't be right. And my mum's sitting and she goes, well, I think they do really, Sean. Yeah, you might be right, son. And I was like a 6-7-year-old kid, but that's just how the brain works. I went to school, I got into a lot of trouble because I was dyslexic, B's and D's, J's and G's. But the whole thing was, where I sort of got a widow's peak, and I got a ginger hair, I'm at school in the late 70s. We're just coming out of the dark ages, by the way, in the late 70s. So if you've got ginger hair and a widow's peak, you're a bit of a troublemaker. So that's what I used to think. That's what I used to think I was as a kid. I didn't have a clue. I actually at
You wouldn't
school,
know any different, would you?
I wouldn't know any different. And because parents or teachers didn't have that education, they didn't know.
Yeah.
They just thought, oh, he's just a troublemaker because of his hair. And so when you start growing up and you think, whatever's wrong with these people, they're making them kind of decisions. So as I grew up older, I kind of look back and reflect and think, you know what, that's why I'm really happy. Because even though I had a hard time then,
Yeah.
but now I didn't suffer
I think maybe you appreciate life more now because you went through that.
Yes.
So you have to know unhappy to know happy.
Yeah, well, that's why life's hard now. When I'm lounging about in patio, it's Phuket. It's just so good. You've just got, it's just so good. And yeah, that's it. And that's what I say. If you want to feel happy or feel just so good, then get some hardship in your life. Yeah,
Right.
Can't have a better hardship. I have to do it. I have to do it every now and then. I'm now off for a hardship adventure, just so I know what hardship is again.
Okay, tell us where you're going now.
Vietnam. I am. I actually looked at a bus journey from Bangkok to Vietnam today. I thought, no, I ain't doing that 30 hours. There's always in these journey planners what you see, what they're written down. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's all really good as long as the buses get there and they all run perfect and that. But I know damn well that ain't got to happen. Right? There's an incident where I get left at Van Tien, right on the Lao border, I think, or just inside, and then I got a 45-minute car journey. And it says in the thing, it's like opportunist car. So I'm like, all right, I've got to hang about and get sculled by a taxi driver who's going to charge me 3 times as much for so I'm just I thought that's going to cause such an issue. But then I'm thinking, that might make for a good vlog.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I would do that bus journey with.
Turn a negative into a positive.
Yes. Well, there's no negative in YouTube at all. I cannot find a negative. Which there really is.
Isn't that a great way to live your life?
Yeah, it's like even when you think there's a little negative, well, no, that's turned into a positive.
You can turn it into.
You can. There is not everything on YouTube, and that you can turn that around.
Yeah.
I cannot find a negative yet.
Okay, here's a $1 million question. Your favourite incident that's happened in all your travels?
The Kuala Police. I told you about. The slum town of Kuala Police in Malaysia,
Right.
where you catch the ferry to Langkawi.
Okay.
the tax-free island of Langkawi. I did a vlog, Kuala Police, slum tower. I basically got to the ferry port expecting to get on the ferry to go to Langkawi. Didn't realise it was Islamic New Year. So all the ferries were booked up. So I literally had to stay in a hotel. Well, I had to stay in this, it was horrible, mate. This horrible room for 3 times the amount of money it should have been. It's a horrible little square, no windows, lots of no windows. So anyway, I had to pay for that to stay in that room to get the ferry at 3 o'clock the next day to get to Langkawi. I wish I'd have just got on a bus and off. But anyway, I stayed the night and I thought, well, I went out with me and I could not believe the amount of rubbish. The river estuary there, it was the most disgusting rubbish slum I'd ever seen.
How does this become your favourite?
Well, it becomes my favourite because I put a vlog out about it and it was really, really disgusting, really bad. And then one of my subscribers, Keng, I can't remember Keng's full name, Keng something Chu, who's a really good guy who lives in Malaysia, actually sent a link to that vlog to the Daily Star newspaper. Now, the Daily Star newspaper ran a front page cover story, full colour, an image of my vlog with like all this plastic waste. The thing about the waste, most of it, 90% of the waste in Kuala Police was plastic. Great big water bottle containers. It was all recyclable. So that's what made it even worse. And all this
it was an environmental issue.
It was a massive, all the dikes, the rivers, the drains, just clogged with this rubbish. And so when that made the front page press in Malaysia, the Daily Star, I think it's our 3rd biggest tabloid, but front page, front colour. So I'm proud I made front page, front colour.
Exposed the scandal.
And I exposed the scandal. But the best thing, well, Ken has kept in touch with me. After that happened, the scandal was exposed. The council and the government cleaned the whole place up. They sent in like 10 trucks and X amount of tons of whatever, and they've put in a clean up.
So in a small way, you changed the world for some
people. I've
people.
made a difference to that environment, and that's just, yes, it's brilliant. That's like, I never set out to do anything like that. That is why whenever I see rubbish or ever see it, I will always highlight it because something just may get done about it, like Kuala Police. It sets, it's a really good thing because when I started YouTube, you just didn't think anything like that would happen.
No, of course.
You know, it's like everybody and other people, when I see the other YouTubers, when they're chasing the dream of all chasing that algorithm and putting all that, they miss out on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to me, that's like, it's all right when you're YouTubing, but it's life as well. It is your life.
If you can touch somebody's life,
Yes.
that's important, and you get that personal satisfaction.
Yes.
But I understand that
Yes.
from being in music.
Yes,
and
yeah,
stuff,
cool.
It's the same kind of thing. And I would assume that you get a lot of personal satisfaction when people recognise you.
Yes. I love it.
You're a character, you're a unique person. I've said this to everybody.
Yeah.
Look at those buses.
Oh, one, two, three, four. Look at them all. Where have I
Those
now
are
seen
Chinese
those?
tourists.
No, I saw those on the way here. They're all stopped at a place on the left.
Oh,
There's a park. Weird park on the way here,
Okay.
on the left.
they're definitely tourist coaches.
Yes, yes.
But actually, what I was saying was, because you were unique in your character, people recognise you.
Yes.
That must feel great when
It's
people,
brilliant.
and they act positively towards you.
Yes. 2 people this morning on the beach because I ride about. I had to go and get my laundry. I do my laundry in John Chiem. The lady's really cool though. And so where I'm driving about, I get a couple of oi people. When they see me, the brain doesn't work quick enough to go, are you with me? And I know what that's all about because it is just how the brain works. When something just happens, you need at least 2 seconds to adjust, right? So when you see me on the horse, right, you're like,
Which is his motorbike. He calls it the horse.
you get, that's the guy, and then your brain's trying to shut out. So I see it happens all the time, and it makes me.
I've got to share with everybody that the one line you did, which absolutely I was literally crying laughing.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
Was when you was in it was a little Colosseum place or some kind of stage area.
The monkey forest.
Right, and he said, I'll do a little turn here, but I left my accordion in the horse.
Yes.
And just that line, it just made me laugh so much.
Yes, yes. And when I say the accordion, I haven't got an accordion.
It's not even an accordion.
It's a harmonica. I call a harmonica an accordion. And there's a, I've developed this as part of my YouTube. Is to constantly, being dyslexic or whatever, I kind of mess up sometimes, but I'm not that daft, right? So I do put that in there all the time. I become more
That
dyslexic.
is what makes you funny. Because it's natural, you're not putting anything on.
No, well, yeah, like a gaggle of elephants, or a herd of elephants, or a herd of monkeys. You know, I'll kind
get
of,
them all wrong.
I'll mix them all up because, like I say, English.
But you are an educated person now. In
Well,
your latter years, you became a chef.
Yeah, well, the whole thing about that education is I've got a proper education, a proper education, because everything I've learned and everything I know is what I've wanted to learn
Right.
and know to benefit myself.
Plus, you've been to the University of Life.
Well, yes, yeah. So that's it. I mean, when I went to Greece in 1989 when I was 22, that like opened my whole world up, and it changed. Because even though, like, say, when I was a kid, because having ginger hair or being thick and remedial, you get bullied quite a lot and all that. So you grieve through that. And being remedial as well, or being a troublemaker, forced. I mean, I went into kids' homes when I was 12. That went to detention centre when I was 14.
Oh.
Then Borstal when I was 17. And that's all to do with the dyslexic and having so-called learning difficulties. That's nothing to do with me. That's just what society do to people who, the education people just aren't educated enough to nurture them on.
Right.
I mean, I was really lucky to have one English teacher who had come from a remand centre for kids. And when he was my English teacher at school, and he was really interested, because I could write a poem and it would be wonderful, but all the B's and D's would be the wrong way. And I could write, I could express,
Yes.
I could do all that. Yeah, I was in an English, the English group.
Was that a frustrating?
Well, I didn't
period?
know. It was really, it was horrible because
Well, you didn't know why.
I didn't have a clue, did I? Because all I knew was what other people would tell me. I'm just like 12, 13, 14 in the dark ages, so how would you know?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what the fuck is wrong with me? Folks? Like, what's up? And so I just knew that, like I say, quite different like a lot of people, and then a lot of people can cause themselves issues with that.
So at what point, this is what I'm trying to get at.
The boxing.
Was it the boxing
Yeah,
that
the
turned
boxing.
you around?
Yeah, because
You
I
became a boxing trainer as well.
am a boxing instructor. I've actually taken a no-bout boy, an amateur boxer, to have his very first fight at an away venue, and he won. Not only did he win his bout, and he won Best Boxer of the Night award as well. And that was the first time I've ever took a boxer in the ring as an instructor. And I'm really proud of that as well.
Should be.
That was really good because that was really good because it's ability and it's your own knowledge. And as an instructor, if you got the guy, his girlfriend come about, all his mates come, his parents come, and I'm like, they're all looking at this one.
And you went away
guy.
winners.
Right, and it was absolutely brilliant. I actually drove the minibus there, the Norwich Lads Club used to have a minibus. So I drove, it's the only guy boxing, a couple of his mates, his girl, they're all in the minibus. They've all got champagne on ice and that. I've gone in the instructor, it's my very first time. All on my own, just totally left there. I've got two the Norwich Lads Club's top instructors are in the audience to see how I'll go to judge me, because it's with everything. And that was it. It's one
Did
of
that
my...
give you the confidence to move on?
I had fear, but what I had to do, I had to cheat a bit as well. I had to.
There we go.
That was quite funny. You've got rules in amateur boxing, right? The only way you can instruct your boxer is when he comes back as a cornerman in between rounds, right? So anyway, my mate Elliot, he's gone out. I've told him what to do. I've got him. I've nurtured him first to keep on his left hand. So he's gone out and just get to score on that left hand, left, right, whatever. What we do. So he's won the first round. Okay. He's gone out for the second round, and anyway, I didn't really have much to say to him. So just keep doing what you're doing. I couldn't see any fault in what he was doing. Obviously, the instructor in the other corner has seen when Elliot go to throw his left hand, he might bring his right hand, drop the right hand down. And so anyway, as soon as Elliot's come out to put the left hand, he's got dropped by Ray. And I'm like, wow. Anyway, it's on the floor. He had to come for a stand and count, right? And anyway, he survived that round. Obviously lost it, and that round. And then he come back in the corner, and I had to like make sure he's all right. So I was like, maybe I'm going to turn this around. And said, right. And I told him, I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shout. You're not allowed to shout instructions during rounds, right? But I thought, like, it's the last round. If you get caught, you don't get disqualified. You get kicked out the corner, right? And I thought, well, it's the last round. And I thought, right, I just got to. I said, whatever you do, Elliot, just do what I say as I say it. Yeah. So if I say left, I'll go left, right. Okay, you just do it. Right hand, right. Okay, you just do it, right. So I'm like this in the corner, right. Left. He's done it. Left, bang, right. I'm like left, bang, bang, bang. I'm like, he's done it, right. Mate, he boxed the geezer's head off, right? I could see the frustration of the cornerman in the other corner because he can see what I'm doing and he's getting really niggled, but the referee didn't notice. No. And then I thought, if I get caught, I'll just stand over at the back wall and shout, yeah? But I didn't. And he won a majority decision, but he won that bout. He managed to overcome and win it. Yeah. And then when he won best box for the night, that was awesome. And then obviously going back in the minibus, it's just one of them wonderful evenings where everything just happened. And even though it's just a first bout, amateur bout, and
it's got to be one of the highlights of your life. The way you're talking about it, I can see.
Oh, it is. You know when you've done something good, and everything you've done, and you're like, I had to do that. Because straight away afterwards, I had to have a word with the two instructors, right? Because my dad's was the chairman of the club, right? And that's quite funny because one of the guys, he say, Sean, I don't think we've got anything to worry about with you, mate. You know, so I think you've got to be. He's watched everything I've done, and do you know what I mean? I don't think we've got to worry about you, mate. So that was it.
And life has been great since then.
Yeah, not particularly always great. I've never had what we saying a fantastic job. I've had loads of money to make. I've had to struggle to get my holidays or sell stuff. I even took the last time I came to Thailand for a holiday. I took a loan out. I got to a point on eBay where I've been buying and selling for so long. I actually got to the point where I realised I could borrow some money. I never borrow any money. Obviously, you've got money. If I can't afford it, then I haven't got the money for it. But I figured out that if I had a loan from PayPal of like $2,000, I'd pay like 2,500 back. But the thing was, if I had $2,000 and I bought product with that and sold it, I'd get 5 back.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
So I started borrowing money about 5 years ago. Right? The first time I started borrowing money so I could buy stuff and then sell stuff. And it worked. I was like, what is it? It was, I think it was actually 275 quid to borrow $2,000 from PayPal if I paid it back within a year, and they just take it out of your earnings at 10%. So yeah, I started doing that, and that's how I built up having a massive toy collection.
Right.
And then when lockdown come, rather than being worth 20 grand, it was worth 60.
Oh.
So that I was like, and I saw that, and I thought, right, I've got this life, which is okay, or I'm watching Harold Balder on the telly doing his thing. I thought, or that life. I'm like,
well,
you know.
I always remember watching Judith Chalmers on the holiday programme and thinking she had the best job in the world.
Yes.
And then when I came to Pattaya, I ended up doing a bit of presenting in Koh Chang.
Yes.
And I went, I'm Judith Chalmers now. I have the best job in the world.
It is.
Do you sometimes feel like you've got the best job in the world?
I tell people it's the best job in the world.
Yeah.
It really is. Every day it is. Because think of it, it's just like if you've got any other job, you just got to get up and go and do it.
You never know what you're going to do.
I don't even know what I'm going to do. I really don't. I just give myself a little bit of a chance, an opportunity. I'll go out there. Like I say, it's like if you sit in your flat, it never got to happen, is it? All right, if you sit there, just go out and something always materialise, no matter where I am.
Finally, music.
Yes.
You're a big music fan.
Yes.
What kind of inspires you?
All kinds of music at the moment.
Because we've spoken about this before. I think that whatever you listen to or what inspires you develops your personality. That's my theory.
Okay.
Right. So
Well, yesterday I made a little vlog to go on the Sean King channel because my Wasted Life channel is now finished.
Right.
That is now Best Food channel, which it will be. That's going to be really good.
It's just going to be pad kapow
And,
every day.
Every
pad
day.
kapow.
But that yesterday, that got remonetized.
Okay.
Yes, that's got monetized, and that earned me 13 cents last night.
Yeah.
So, where I promised people my Wasted Life is not fully gone away. So I made a vlog on the Sean King channel. Because that is already established,
Right.
I can do the odd smoking a biff the Thai vlog on the Sean King channel. That's my channel to do.
The Sean King channel, it's just basically about you. It's not about your environment,
No,
wherever you're going.
It's just what I feel that I want to do or put
Yeah.
vlogs on. That's what I do. And so yesterday I thought like, okay, so when I got back to the apartment, here's what I do when I get back. I roll a number. And then on that vlog, I show people that, because when I went back to the UK, I actually copied my music collection.
Ah,
I've got a 1 terabyte hard drive
this is going to be interesting.
of music.
Okay.
We're right across the genre.
And what's on it? What's the general feel?
Everything, psychedelic, acid jazz, funk, rare groove, heavy metal, rock, hip hop, rap, and also groovy stuff, loads of indie music from the UK, just right across. There's even reggae and ska on there, and even little bits of my own material. So yesterday, what I put on, I found.
You love reggae bars, don't you? Because I've seen that on the vlogs. You love a good reggae bar.
I like the old school reggae bars because they're the kind of people that have been smoking for all the time or whatever. And if
they're chilled.
And they're chilled. And if I'm going to buy something, what I know is I want to buy it from the right people who know what they're talking about. I don't want to go into a great big glam product, massive place. I mean, I notice because those people, they don't know anything about what they're selling. They're like, so that's the tourist industry. 90% fabricated marketing. Just put all that on there, and you get a poor deal. So that's why I like all the old Rasta bars. So yesterday I've got 26 volumes of ultimate breakbeat albums.
Right.
And what they are, when hip hop came around, they were using all the different samples from all like Roy Ayers.
Yeah.
And Herbie Hancock,
Soul stuff.
all that soul stuff, all that 70s and funk as well.
Yeah.
And so what ultimate breaks beats are, that is them. So I picked one of them yesterday, and then I was sitting there and I had 3 really good like funky. Just listen to that. That was my mood. I rolled a number and I could just sitting on my balcony, just expressing myself.
Yeah.
And that is what I like to do. Is
Because you're so energetic when you're actually doing your vlogs. You've got to have that balance, haven't you?
yes, yeah. It's like
You can't be 100%, 100 miles an hour all the time.
No, you got to have that chill zone, and that's what I like to do. And that's why I get messy, and why you guys don't see me of an evening that often, because I've sat there with my groovy music, rolling a couple of numbers. Singing.
Plus, you like to get up early and get out and into the world and vlog.
Yes, early nights, early days, because that's what I like, daytimes. But I have, since I've been in Bay, I've been past midnight. I've been past midnight 2 nights on the trot.
It's not difficult, especially if you're staying right in that area.
Yes. So yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying life, but that is what.
Oh, again, just before you go, you are going to India.
Yes, Milano.
We didn't talk about that.
No.
That's an interesting one because I don't know anybody who's been to this place.
No, Milano. No,
Yeah.
people, every time I say Milano to Indian people, they go, no, you mean Malawi. I'm like, no, I don't. I mean Milano. And not to be confused with the Bollywood Milano.
Right.
Milano it's got a great story. It's a lost, in Milano is the village of a lost tribe of Alexander the Great. So that in itself is a wonderful story. Getting there is a bit of a feat. One of the world's most dangerous roads, which again is going.
Did I hear you say you're going to get a yak?
That's it. That's when if I get to Nepal. Because by the time I get to Nepal, what I've realised is I can walk 9 kilometres in a day. But them walks to Everest and that, they're like, oh man, it's got to take weeks. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to walk. I'm going to get a yak and I'm going to get a saddle and set
Rent a yak.
Yeah, I've got to rent a yak.
Yeah.
Well, I might actually buy a yak because I thought if I have him for a month, right, that way I can get to the 3 peaks on the yak, right, and then I get back, I can then have a barbecue at the end of it.
That is going to be essential viewing.
Like a barbecue him at the end and have a feast.
Oh, you just upset so many yak.
No, yak lovers.
See, that's what's funny about it, right? I've got to say, I am so looking forward to all of this, you know. And and I just want to say thank you for giving me so much entertainment, because it's my go-to viewing. You know, in the evening, if I'm going to sit down and watch TV in the evening, straight away it's good, hey, and you know, and that's it. I'm off. Yes. And my girlfriend's always laughing. Oh, here he is again. But great. Let's finish with the way that you always finish. With that, right?
Right.
You know, right. And you always go out with a Leo and a happy ending.
Yes.
And you say thanks for watching and
au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir.